Family Leonardo, me Nasila did on multimedia, the CEO voice of Salon. Today I come for talk to now, my family, make una continue to subscribe to our YouTube channel and share to our friends them. As we always try to bring on the latest news what they happen around Salon, whether it be politics or any other news them, what they happen or gossip, what they bring out to live and direct. So please, my family, don't forget to subscribe and share to our friends them. You wanna touch the bell icon so that you don't miss any video we will try for bring out to now. So that's also we want make una don't forget also for subscribe to we TikTok channel on TikTok and also on Facebook or Facebook page or the Voice of Salon or also the on Instagram Voice of Salon. Please family, and don't forget to share. Okay, thank you now. Tata.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Ibrahim, June 12th, 2025. Today, June 12th, 2025. It's a beautiful day. You are listening to all we speakers them. The one common denominator we all get in common is the fact that Sierra Leoneans are unserious people. Yes, I said that. Sierra Leoneans are very unserious. Not all we all. Some of you now really listen to this message are some of the few serious people in our country. When I care about civic participation, when I care about the democracy, when I believe in the rule of law, when I believe, say, democracy that the people get up, and therefore the voice of the people should matter. That's when I believe on the core fundamental principles of the word democracy itself. Demo, Kratos, rule of the people, right? Now the will of the people, now they determine governments. Governments derives their legitimacy, their authority and the power from the people. There's a lot of issues I can talk about. But delicately, we all see, can they useless Yumkela? Like how we brother put ultimate. Your mama in swear, go fall around and go to peace by your mama. And you know the man will machinate the peace when they go send by your mama. You know, say the incident so delicate today, they call himself president. Illegally occupying the presidency in Sierra Leone. And that Monday, you go back to the Bauje, they bow down to her. Your mama is swear go follow you. They go to rape peace by your mama posting day where this wall and next wall. And I don't go ever see one side. But because of your personal and self-interest, because it's not about Sierra Leone interest, can they useless Yumkela day with SLPP? He acts as a pseudo minister of energy. But he's so much of a coward that he even afraid for take the position for saying that the Minister of Energy. And they call himself the Caesar, and he represents the act on behalf of the president. But he's the pseudo Minister of Energy in Sierra Leone. It is shame. They don't want the continuous bad name because just like I named on rubbish that the country today, very useless. He named a piece of shit that country in Sierra Leone. He has been in the classic destruction of the Sierra Leone as a country itself from time immemorial. Every opportunity we don't get a flacam for destroying Sierra Leone, putting personal interest over the country Sierra Leone. You see, these are people who will not even want to mention or talk about anymore because they're not material in our society. But unfortunately, they continue for this show up. Their vile self continue for show up in the body politics. Therefore, when you have to talk about some of these issues, you have to mention them. As disgusting as their names are, but you get to mention their freaking nasty names in our politics in that country. I see this man go put out a video informing Sierra Leoneans say blackouts get for camp permeates the society. You know, I see the video, I say again, Sierra Leone not a serious country. If Sierra Leoneans are serious people, these guys, then this is the thing the way they make the governments are toppled the next day. But who am I? Sierra Leonean people, then they take this, then they make a joke back. Will they watch net for the blackout? Tomorrow, the official blackout, will they begin the blackout? They are joking with these things. Again, it goes back to Chinua Achebe, where Cashbox share with we in book, when at the ant hills of the savannah, we say How do these men, summon this kind of a courage we didn't get? I'm being, in quotes now, yeah. Usai una they summon from what bottomless pit una they go pull this courage una get? But no, the humor explains everything. You've been domesticated. Una fiba den dog we don't train inside house no more, no get man come off that it. The Sierra Leonean population has been withered. They've been weakened. And I'm talking about from the top all the way to the bottom. They've been weakened. They've been shackled. They're feeble. They're able to take action for defend and protect democracy. This is what has happened. And then the people, because of lack of civic education, who don't try for over the past 5 to 7 years coming, imbibing it into them, they need to stand up. When the government can tell you, say, well, they can't get blackout. I don't know, you brother them, brother patriotic citizen, not me, brother, they don't talk about this electricity, wala. Gosh, you don't talk about this electricity problem. So today, 60 years on, Cashbox share your experience with una. Blackouts are the country. For go buy ice here in my man and they go, poor mommy. If only waiting Cashbox know now, we be know then. Can you imagine how hungered, how vexed you go day? They're gonna minister the host there for go buy ice block. The same people that were responsible for giving electricity. 24-hour electricity not for being negotiated anymore in this 21st century. We're talking about the 4th industrial revolution. I think, if I'm not mistaken, electricity was the 2nd industrial revolution after coal. I go revisit that revolution there again. But electricity was way back in the 1800s. It has been established. We in Sierra Leone, early 1900s now, 2000s, 30 days, Sierra Leone, able to solve electricity problem. You have useless idiots like Kande Yumkela, who's not an engineer, has a PhD in agricultural economics, where for able to manufacture chocolate using a cacao for sale to China, a 1.4 billion population, and not get farm safe. But he did a champion because if he did a UNIDO, they talk about green energy, they talk about clean energy. They don't become the expert in energy delicately for giving electricity when we have people in Sierra Leoneans that are certified internationally there. We get with brother them, we get with sister them, we get family members them that are certified engineers when it comes to electricity generation in the nation. But we have a square peg in a round hole sitting there, occupy the seat of energy and power. We're not even an engineer, we don't get no experience on energy generation. All this have been for talk about solar energy, clean energy. Now I don't become the top person in our energy. So ask me the question where I listen all of these conversations. Ask, say, Sierra Leonean people even know why they pay tax. I don't tell Cashbox to talk about that, yeah. Sierra Leoneans, they know why they pay tax. Sierra Leoneans are not serious. I be feel say the problem are the politicians, but the politicians are just the symptoms. Now, because the people they enable the politicians is the reason why they continue to be useless. If the people are serious people in Sierra Leone, if they stop the joking, if they stop for saying, so God say, now this we believe, now God say so. Which man can I hear? Which man they can't tell you, so God say, which man they take the bull by the horn? But Sierra Leonean people, they like it today, they say, so God say, so God mark. What also God mark? The untimely death. That picking young baby, we don't go thief now hospital, not a God marker. Na criminals, na useless people, na sechan, agbashatan, naim work, not to God makam. To God makam. Why would they pay tax? Sierra people, they ask themselves the question. Without even going to why would they pay tax, where it be say, tax are the means where the government they able for collect revenue for run the affairs of the state. Government, the only means of revenue are through taxation. We don't talk about that here. You get PAYE, where of course now personal income tax. Now one source that the government they collect income for take care of the state's affairs. The other way, through corporate taxes, businesses and all of that. The third way, through VAT. Every time where you go buy, where you go shopping, you pay VAT. Where you go and then shop, go buy. Then shop, then they add the VAT inside it. You pay that tax, they go to the government. That's how government collects taxes. Why government collects tax? And for take care of these basic needs of in people and for meet like electricity generation, for provide water for for provide education, for provide roads. No, so Naomi government collects tax. The average Sierra Leonean, they are busy paying attention to our lucky and foolish life. Some of the videos I see about Sierra Leoneans, the energy when they give to certain issues, it just tell me say the country not serious. Sierra Leonean not to people that we radiate for move the country forward. Because the distraction is too much. You get in TV show them, you get in TikTok video them, then they pan cost themselves. They're not paying attention to the real issues. Then they pan beauty contest. Sierra Leoneans are unserious people. And if the people of a country are not serious, that country would never move on. It is just like if the people of a nation are not educated enough, especially again, civic education, when it's backed up by some level of, Western education, it helps a lot, right? People go school, they finish high school, and go college, it helps more. But Sierra Leoneans are very unserious people. They always defend a way for dilute a situation. If in this blackout, they're going to make joke. Some man going to tell you now, say, hey, oh man, how is it, you get, when I get lights at then, when I come over, I can't sleep to eat this, then girl going to make that joke, this for them boy, then everybody. This is the Sierra Leonean. This is how they pacify their pain. Because amidst them pain, they get for find a way for let them make themselves feel better. Instead of saying, no, this is not a way of life. Instead of people coming out and speaking up about this, even in comedy, talking about this in real ways, where they may connect to people, where they connect to the pains of the people. They go take and make joke. So why do we pay taxes? Low left hand there, I don't answer that question, right? I can't back. But now when it comes to electricity in Sierra Leone, not a winner. Yeah, you pay by how you use when the month's done. Then they send you a bill. Now with some attempt on cancel in America now. Not all man get the same amount of electric bill. It depends on the amount of appliances and the types of appliances where you get. Some of where we also get 2 AC units. One grade AC, the amount of power where they generate, where they consume, now me host the one grade, the AC them, the 2 AC, the amount of energy where they consume, because each one for let's start, it need about 3,500 amps. Over 3,500 amps for each AC unit start up first. The electrician go understand what they talk. You the average leader, you might not understand what they talk. Just like how electric iron for let's start, it need about 1,500 amps first. When you get electric iron, you want to use them for car, you close. Over 1,500 amps. Now you need for like power on. Then the electric iron able for one. Well, picture that now twice that amount of energy one AC unit need for start. Okay, me just get 2 of that. So between me 2 AC units them alone, for them to run, now 7,500. That's actually 7,000 amps. Now they need, just as a basic, now they need for crank, for let them begin run force. Well, don't forget, say I get fridge them back. I get double door fridge at the garage. I get deep freezer at the basement. We get freezer up at the main kitchen. All right? Then freezer there, then they consume as much. Don't forget, say the lights at the end the back. Don't forget, say the TV in the end. Don't forget all the other appliances they're waiting on, the humidifiers that you use, right? All the appliances. We months done, we summer don't cancel because the AC in they run. Don't tell me bill go to then $250 to $300 a month. I'm not standing at tongue. I think $100 now, not to $2 million. So by the end of the month, and say it cost me about 5 to 6 million for run the system, especially now with summertime, because the AC and the run now almost 24 hours because the place warm. Yours inside yours, when the outside is 90 degrees hot, when at this time the experience when I get year round, most of us are Leoneans, except for the rainy season, where we get fine small weather. But year round, when they get sun, tropical climate. The AC they run 24 hours for regulates the temperature inside the house. If outside na 90 degrees, the AC will set and say, okay, inside we want it be at least 71, 72 degrees. So the old man will be comfortable. You go for sleep fine, you don't get problem. Why they explain all this? They personalize this for let you understand. Because the fact is this, when a government they can tell una for say una prepare for blackout, where it be say the cap power ship, not to say una they use the electricity when months done, then una go pay bill, people they pay their bill so. No, Sierra Leone you go buy the prepaid. We now yeah, we not go buy prepaid. Now what you use, by how you use the meter that you host, electronically everything is collected, the data is collected, and they send you a bill. You see the breakdown of the bill, everything. They go tell you what you pay per tax, what you pay per generation, what you everything, county tax, what you because it's taking the tax alone where you pay inside the bill, a boku pass what you use if you don't take them. Of that $248 bill we go come or $300 bill we go come for the month. Inside they not take their pay until almost $60 to $70 just in small fees them. Sierra Leoneans not serious. We are giving you guys this education for empower when I saw that for use this information for make decisions them for go improve on our lives. Now, Sierra Leone, now how you want for use you to go buy. Where you use them like it's top up no more. Where you use what you buy, it done. You go buy back. So there is no excuse where the government forgive now as to why they not pay car power ship. Let we left the car power ship. That is a conversation for another day, right? And it can't get back. But when I think about all the almost $1 billion, we don't go towards let them resolve the energy crisis in Sierra Leone for provide electricity for the Sierra Leonean people not serious. African Express don't talk about Melele. They don't talk about all the bad deals there where they don't sign. This government don't begin promise free. This SLPP illegal government as it is don't begin promise free from 19 Jubilee. American ambassador David Reimer, today I get the article so they say that they go begin the energy generation at the eastern part. They don't get a power plant so they get for all of these salon people not serious. They don't pay attention. When you talk, they say, hey, don't talk, Ibrahim pull today, they pull today. I think a phone. It's like, oh, like your voice no more. Sierra Leoneans are unserious people. Sierra Leoneans should be outraged. From the elites all the way down. Not so for tweets no more and they talk no more. Una in the country, una they feel the pain. We are not in that country, we don't feel your pain. We are empathizing with your sorrows. Una for take a position, a principled position now to say enough is enough. We brother out me like any message we pulled this morning, we don't talk about these issues. This electricity wahala, the lack of seriousness of Sierra Leoneans. Cashbox don't do the same. We brother political patriotic citizen, they come out now here, they discuss what they happen within Parliament and all of this stuff. Abdul Kagbo, they say they protest, say no, they go to Parliament, then they provoke we, waiting do because Salon people not serious. Abdul Kagbo and them, now before all help Dr. Samora Kamara for achieve we ultimate dream and desire for protect and preserve democracy. Abdul Kagbo, they should have walked away from Parliament. We don't care, we talk. We tell them say for Akisoya for walk away from council. We don't talk. Before I would receive video them where the free tongue, the nasty one. Hey, Papa God, we people that they live in shame, no dignity in their lives. When I see that video, when they share with we. Where you see where the water, the rainwater, they push the dirty. La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah. With people that they live amidst such filth, they don't accept them. Say it's a way of life. In 2025, 30 days, I don't believe still for the get slums. Now we see Rwanda recently, then just complete a project. They don't move the people from the slum, they just transform the people from the slum. Then build hosts for them day. move the dirty, move the filth, because they can understand, say, yes, some people are used to a certain area, they don't want to left that area, but you can change and transform the area for the people and for let it be an area where go be of dignity and of class, of stature, let the people get a dignified life. That is what we get constitution for. That is why we get democracy for. But we get useless candidate, you can lie. Don't can tell we say there's blackouts. Salon people and they watch them guide there. Yeah. These are things where they make nations erupt. Governments are removed. If you are incapable of providing the basics for your country, when people are paying taxes, there you go. You hear the NRA people and they tell you, say, they believe in transparency when it comes to taxes. All that go explain to we how the taxes are what they collect, not they able for take care salary or they pay. Might be able to travel 24 hours every other week. Might be able to travel inside the out of the country. Everybody sit down. Sierra Leoneans are unserious people. Then just sit down. Then they make fun of the situation. The man rig elections. He sit down in the power. We brother ultimately talk. I still the right man be in book, but they wait for them. And talking about book, I see an Eskoroma, one guy, they say team up now in front of the mouth. He say, look, the book don't come, the legacy of an Eskoroma. An Eskoroma, what he do, where make road and this and that. It is not a legacy. It is a constitutional duty. Again, we pay taxes so that the government can make roads, so that the government can provide hospitals, so that the government can provide education. It is not a legacy for make roads. A legacy is an example, can be people like Nelson Mandela left a legacy fighting for freedoms of South Africans, then lock her up 27 years, then free her, he become president. It unites South Africa. It is a legacy. It brings constitution kind of South Africa. For the very first time, South Africa got a constitution that was signed by him in 1996. February 1996, Nelson Mandela signed the Constitution of South Africa, the first multi-party constitution of South Africa. That is a living legacy. Joseph Saidu Momo in legacy them. Now, where is signed the 1991 Constitution into enactment, it signed them into law. When Dr. Abdullahi Conte died, APC for pay and respect self properly. SLP for pay that man they respect. What do they say they with APC? Dr. Abdullahi Conte, one of the writers of the 1991 Constitution. And Eskoroma, you book about legacy is bullshit. A legacy is not when you make roads. It is the taxes of the people. Like the people and legacy. Now we pay tax, collect tax. If the governments, them or IMF or all these international organizations, European Union, if they give money for roads, not for your legacy, it is contributions from the international partners. You had a responsibility for ensure say those projects are brought to fruition. That was all it was. Just like when you're handing over a note, because you book when they write for you saying a legacy, it's just like the handing over a note where you left for Marabio, where some of we don't read. Now, a constitutional duty, now your roles and responsibilities where you're supposed to perform, what you do, now you left. Legacies, for example, Joseph Saidu Momola go back to her. Law school. Matter of fact, I left law school. Commerce, the first medical university where Sierra Leone get. College of Medicine and Allied Health Sciences. Now Joseph Saidu Momo bringer. Law school, now in Bila. That is a legacy. A legacy in the sense, those institutions will last for a lifetime in our country. I don't know what I don't know if Anchi gets by the McKinney University or Unimaco. All right, that could follow you. But the issues that they are lighting here, they talk about legacies. And you make roads, and give you electricity. But I kept our sheep. What is the legacy there? What is the legacy there? Cap our sheep today. Now, so now, it is fail we. And they're going to blackouts now. Cap our sheep, but it's good, man. Even if you had built a standard nuclear power plants to provide electricity in Sierra Leone and Escoroba, it would not have been counted as a legacy. No, because again, it is the responsibility of the government to provide energy and electricity to the people, not a legacy. It is a constitutional duty. And Escoroba, what do you do for we? When you come, you respect the rights of the people, the free speech. It is a constitutional requirement. It is not a legacy. If you abide by them, it should not say you are a good citizen. You allow people to get their rights to free speech, rights to protest. Aha! You abided by the Constitution. That's a legacy. So these are the things we want to establish there. But I come back to my message because Anes Kuruma is shameful. So you want to discuss ourselves. For get a former president. You know, to this day, as a former president, he in exile. You know, you're not able for defending democracy and then for protecting people. As a whole former president. I mean, it's a shame. He in exile. They bar him from your own country. They bar him from your own country you say born. They say, no, come now. What a shame. What a shame. So some people them ask again, why when they pay taxes? Anyways, I left my message there. Left for there.